Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here. Hope you are well. We're going to take a look at layer management in a moment. Now, layer management is the use of layers and how layers are important and how we can use them to our advantage. So we're going to take a look at layers. I've got my picture that I brought in before, and the first job I'm going to do is I'm going to go and bring in some text, because it's a simple layer, but it changes the way that the layer behaves and the way the layer actually looks inside our layers, which is here. So when we open up layers, our layers menu is here, and then a good idea sometimes is just to hit the pin at the top like this. So you hit the pin and it will stay there, and we start working in our artwork over here, and then it will stay there. Okay, so if you lose it, don't worry, it's only in there. It's only in that little sort of layered square tab underneath the color palette. To get a different type of layer, what we're going to do is go over to our tools on the other side and just roll down to the bottom and find the A at the bottom. Once you find the A, we're going to go and grab a art text tool. It's going to give us an art text layer. So I'm going to go and get something relatively large. And you will notice that my keyboard takes up sort of half my screen immediately. If you've got a keyboard attached to your iPad, this will not happen. So I'm just going to go and type in the word house like this. And you can see that it kind of goes off the side of the screen, which is slightly annoying, but also helpful for us in this tutorial. It means that I can grab the corner. Now you can't see my fingers at the moment. We're going to grab the bottom right hand circle in this selection, and I'm just going to go and grab it, and just with my finger I'm just going to go and move it. Get rid of my keyboard out of the way, and you can see that this keyboard is very annoying. All right, let's go and grab that and move it out of the way. So my keyboard, I'm going to go and grab the corner like that with my finger. I'm going to go and grab it so it looks relatively sort of even Steven. To move this around on my page, now it's stuck in the place where I want to put my text, but if you quickly look over to my layers tool, you'll notice that there is a house layer now that I'm turning on and off with this button on the side. Now it's got the word house because that's the text that's inside this art layer, and you can see that it's transparent because it's got the little sort of checkerboard on the inside of that thumbnail next to the word house. And so this is now a separate layer. To move things around here now, we have to go and use the move tool, which is just underneath the hand on the left hand side. So I need to go and tap on the arrow, which is my move tool over here, and then this is going to allow me to go and pick it up and move it anywhere I want. I want to go and move it down to the center here at the bottom. Now, while I'm doing this, we can't really see where the center is really at the moment. We're going to guess where it is with the bubbles in the middle, and sort of eyeball where the middle is at the moment. However, if we look at the top of our screen, just where the pin is, and if we go a little bit further, we have our snapping tool, which is over here. Okay. Now we do have some snapping options in here, but it does allow snapping at the moment. What snapping does is it allows us to go, it allows our iPad to go and do the centering for us, like it does in sort of PowerPoint and Canva and things like that. The magnet at the top, though, when I go and tap on the magnet or the next to it, I'm going to go and be able to just make sure that snapping is on. On the menu next to it, we've got some other things which are our options for our view, how we sort of view the page. If we go and tap on grid, now some people like the grid on, because if you look closely now and you zoom in, you can see there's like little squares, and it allows us to be a little bit more precise as to where we're moving things. And you can see that we can just move things sort of very evenly between those squares, and we zoom in and we can get very precise. Next, if I go and choose my menus, I can go into my rulers as well and turn my rulers on. And this is going to give me a very sort of precise ruler. And it's going to let me see where things are. And if I pull my pencil out from the side, to grab this ruler from the side, and I go and drag my ruler into the center of my picture like this, let's just go and move that into the center like that. This is going to allow me to go and move my ruler and my artwork into the center of my artwork, and you can just see that it's snapping for me a little bit. There we go, and I can go and just move things around. Nice and tidy. A nice little tip if you want to go and be precise with your artwork, you can go ahead and do that. Next, with my house layer, I've gone and got a bit of an error. Now when I'm here, I've got a lowercase h, and what I want is a capital H here. If I long press my keyboard like this, I can move my cursor to the H. Backspace this and put a capital H in there, and this does bump my house to the center. However, because I got the ruler there, it's going to snap it back to my ruler like that. Next, I might go and raise it up a little bit like that. Next, that's my one layer. I mean, that's what I want to keep so far. I'm going to stop and let you have a little go at that. What I might ask you to go and explore is going and double tapping that and maybe changing the colors to something that suits you, okay? While you're there as well, try and find a font as well that is going to suit your text as well and suit your particular style, okay? All right, go and have a look at that. Stop the video and maybe rewind, have a go yourself, and just put the word house or something similar to it at the bottom. As always, good luck.